This space is so big compared to what we're used to, and it's so pretty in here, but there's a couple things missing.
All right, you're always wondering, what did we do differently? So we bought a fifth wheel. It's a 2024 Alliance Avenue 32 RLS.
We named her Miss B Haven, just Haven for short.
So this fifth wheel is a 35 foot, it's almost 13 feet, although when we start looking at the schematics, it might actually be more closer to 13.6. So as always, when you buy a new travel trailer, fifth wheel, RV, measure it. So we still got to be able to measure it just to make sure that we're at the right height, because you don't want to get into any predicaments where you're like, oh yeah, I'm only 12.5, and then you go underneath the 13-foot bridge and you lose your AC. So she has 3 slides, 1 in the bedroom and 2 in the living room.
The dining room has a floating dinette table, and it came with 2 chairs and a bench. The bench has storage underneath. We did already drop one of the chairs off at storage because we had to put in Cosmo's little cat bed end table.
You always got to take care of the animals, you know, when you always wonder what gets adjusted in the RV, the animals or the children come first, or if they're both.
Well, and we turned the whole area underneath the dinette into Cosmo's little pet area, because we used to have a walk-in closet for her, and this RV doesn't have that, so that is her space now.
So the living room has 2 recliners, which are your typical theater seats, which is facing the TV, and then there's the couch that's on the back wall. That's a 3-seater couch. It is a pull-out couch that has a queen-size bed in it. We have not actually taken it out yet, so we're hoping that everything is fine as far as on that. Maybe one day when we have people over, we'll be able to actually use it up and then hopefully not find a problem with it.
And there are 2 end tables on each side of the couch, and when you lift up the lids, there's more storage. So that's where we put our blankets and some of the dog stuff, like the life vests and things we don't use as often. We have a lot of storage space above the couch, above the TV, behind the TV. There's more storage space. Now, we don't like being able to see what's behind the cupboards. So for the ones that had the glass fronts, we went ahead and put a decorative paper over top. So it kind of adds a little bit of pizzazz to the room, and also hides everything that's
most of them have kind of that frostiness as far as covering, but you can still see what's behind it, and it's, yeah, like Ange said, it's not
always
prettiest.
Attractive.
Yeah.
We did add a kind of rock wall style paper design both behind the TV and along the island, as well as the pantry door.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It does kind of just give that theme of, you know, a lot more, you know, what's the term that I'm
kind of a
looking
rustic
for.
look.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that rustic look. And then it does come with a 50-inch smart TV. So we're kind of new to that. We never really had a smart TV before, so it's a lot of technology for us to really get at, especially when you're, you know, out, when you're in one place where you easily have service and have internet and stuff. It's a little bit different. So it will take us a little bit to get used to. And then it does have a fireplace underneath it, which most of the fifth wheels are going to have that. And we've used the electric fireplaces before. They've done a really good job of producing heat. We're a little bit more concerned where we're going. We're going to need a little bit more, like the furnace, to be able to actually keep this place. And it's just a bigger square foot area too. So probably not going to cover
That's in the
much.
future. That's season 4. You just wait for that.
Coming up.
In the kitchen, we have a large microwave. We have pretty much the same stove that we had before. We have a 3-burner stovetop, and then the oven is just a little bit taller than our last one. We have a large 16 cubic foot 12-volt fridge. Kind of a mouthful to say. And it's really cool because it has like an LCD screen on the front, so you can see like what the temperature is. You can change the settings if you're boondocking. And our last one was like 10 cubic foot. So this is like huge compared to that.
So RV manufacturers always like to do things a little bit differently, and so in ours it has a small little tray of food, a dog bowl, 2 dog bowl kind of tray that can be able to be turned out, so it's almost like hidden. So that's kind of perfect for little Tito, and so he enjoys that, but it's easy, something you don't necessarily have to use. You can just keep it sort of stored away. One thing that we love and that this one is missing, and we're very happy that it's missing, is that crumb catcher floor vents that they love to put in these RVs, that just, you know, kids and dog hair and, you know, toys and other stuff can potentially fall through the vents, be fire hazards, and then just be an issue. So this one is nice because it has 2 vents in the island, and so it prevents that. I'm glad they finally came out with that.
And that is just in the main living area. The bedroom does have 1 floor vent, but where it matters, I think they took them out.
Yeah, and before, what I did was just put over a painter's tape over on top of it temporarily if we weren't using the furnace. Obviously, if we were using the furnace, I would definitely not recommend to have that tape on there.
The bathroom is cozy, but it gets the job done. There are some deep cabinets along the wall next to the toilet. Not 100% functional, only because when you open the closet door, it hits the shelf that's there. So it's not like you can put like a long bin in there that you can slide in and out. It doesn't work because the way the door kind of closes, there's not the room. But either way, I made it work. Just stuffed it full of towels. It's fine. We do have on-demand water heater, which is new for us. Our last RV only had a 6-gallon hot water tank.
The bedroom has a typical slide system, but it doesn't have the Schwintek slide system. It's got a cable slide system, which is new to us and new to a lot of people in the RV industry. And I've heard good and bad things about the slide system. That Schwintek has not been the greatest, as a lot of people know. So that's going to be something we'll have to adjust to, and may have to make some adjustments depending on how things go. The bed has a typical storage system on the bottom of it. Luckily in this case, I don't know if the support beams are stronger, or our bed mattress, which is a little bit lighter, is going to be less, less pressure, because we can actually lift up that board, or lift up that under storage system without having someone to actually hold it. Our last RV, somebody had to hold it. Usually that's me, for her to be able to get up underneath
This
it.
was after we switched out the mattress. The cheap little thin, 3 to 6 inch mattress that comes with the RV is very lightweight, and you can easily get underneath your storage under the bed.
And I think everyone kind of changed their mattress out. So we upgraded from the typical crappy, not good mattress to 11-inch SleepDog mattress, which we've been pretty pleased with it so far. It's a short king mattress for RV. And it is like plush? What are we looking at here?
It's called medium soft. We'll put a link in the description. This RV does come with a dresser. Our last one did not. So it has 4 not super deep drawers. And then the top, it's kind of split in the middle where you can open one side and there's a little bit of storage in there. Not necessarily the most convenient thing, because we usually store stuff on top of the dresser. So it's kind of hard to get to. So it's one of those things where you put stuff in that you're not going to use that often. And then next to the dresser is this little box with like a cushioned seat. It's like a little bench.
Yeah, I don't know if it's where you put your shoes on. They didn't really think too much of it. I feel like they should have had some other kind of drawer system in that spot, which we might eventually change.
We're probably
out.
gonna switch it out.
We'll see. Mm-hmm. Everyone always makes adjustments in their RV, and I think that's definitely going to be one that we're going to adjust and find another reason to be able to have that space utilized as much as possible.
The closet is washer dryer prepped. So the only downside is that it's going to take up a lot of closet space, because right now there's shelves on both sides, but you got to take the shelves out to put the washer and dryer in. They're at opposite ends of the closet, so you really just have your bar, which we didn't get, but Ryan
Something
is just
else.
gonna add one in eventually.
Just talking about a clothes hanger bar that normally is going to be in there. Ours just didn't come with
Someone. Anyway, and then there are some little shelves in the back, which things fall off of very easily. So we need to make a little adjustment to that as well.
And I think that's something that you always have to consider as far as the washer and dryer, is that some people find the washer and dryer more convenient, full-time or not full-time. Some people are fine not having it, fine having the extra storage. So you just need to find the happy medium. We definitely have felt like we wanted a washer and dryer in our last one. We almost could have gotten something installed, but we would have had to take apart like half of the RV just to be able to get in the space. So we kind of gave up on that. So we knew we really wanted to be able to have it on our new RV.
Yep.
So that's to come. That's gonna be something that we'll have some fun installing. So now we head to the outside of the RV. So on the outside, there's going to be an under bay storage, which is the pretty typical, kind of call it the garage aspects. And so that's going to have all your storage area, which goes from one side of the RV to the other. It also has the wet bay storage in there. So we have 2 gray tanks, 1 black tank, and 1 fresh tank. Again, for the most part, pretty typical, but 53 gallons in our black tank. Each gray tank is 53 gallons. Like most RVs do not have 106 gallons of gray tank. And our freshwater tank is 98 gallons, I do believe. And in the front, that's where the storage is, underneath the cap of the fifth wheel, where our batteries are going to be stored. There is a little bit of storage space as well too. And then charge controllers and that type of thing for our solar panel system is going to be in that area as well, which again, for the most part, is pretty typical for a fifth wheel.
Yeah, this RV came with one 30-watt solar panel on the roof, the 40-amp charge controller. It's inverter prepped. There's 5 dedicated outlets inside the RV that are that can run off of either shore power or your solar. So
that'll be the next thing that we'll eventually install, is to kind of upgrade a little bit on the batteries and the solar panels too. So that will be later on.
one other thing that's missing from this RV is the carpet. There's no carpet in this entire RV, and it's wonderful. If you have pets, if you have kids, or even if you just spill yourself, carpet can be kind of, not the greatest thing. If you have allergies, it's not the best. So we are so excited. Thank you, Alliance, for not putting any carpet in here.